Well, I want to welcome you all to class today. We're going to start chapter 10. It's called Contemporary Drugs. And these are the drugs that people in our community are using, the drugs that are showing up here at school or at your weekend parties. Well, I'm really excited. In this chapter we're going to do a project, not like anything else that we've already done this semester. The completion date will be 10 days from now is when it's due. I will choose the drug that your project will be on, but I'm going to allow you to decide which project you do, and to allow you to decide if you're going to do it as an individual or do you want to work within a group. And a group consists of 3 students. So that'll be your choice, which project to do, and do you want to do it within a group. The drugs that we're going to be using for this project will be methamphetamine, cocaine, ecstasy, and NOS, which is nitrous oxide. We're going to look at over-the-counter drugs like Xanax, Adderall, Soma, Vicodin, Oxycontin, hydrocodone. We'll be looking at smokeless tobacco, chew tobacco, spit tobacco, also club drugs like roofies, which is Rufinol, GHB, and ketamine, and also we'll include marijuana in this for our project. So the question I have for you is, do you want to work individually by yourself on this project, or would you rather work in a group? Think about that. Do you want to work by yourself? Do you want to work in a group? If you want to work individually, alone on this project, I want you to stand up. All right, good. Now, all of you that are standing, I want you to move over here to the right, and I want you to pick a seat over here, and I want everybody else to stand up and move over here to the left, so I want to divide you down the middle. So if you'll go ahead and hurry up and do that, that'll be great. Now I'd like you to turn to page 77 in your ISN. Write the title on the page is Reflection. And what I want you to write is, do you want to work as an individual or as a group? Now I want you to make it 4 lines tall. So write either individual or write group, but make it 4 lines tall. Okay? Make sure you count those lines. Alright, so you have a choice of 5 different projects. Let me explain them to you. Project 1 is a slideshow explaining 6 characteristics of the drug that I assign you. What is its drug classification, its slang names, who uses it and why do they use, what are the short-term effects, what can they expect to happen to them when they're under the influence of the drug, and what are the dangers of that. And then the last is long-term effects if you survive long enough and you continue to use this drug for a period of 5 years. What kind of things happen to your body at that point? Project 2 is a slideshow or another form of visual presentation to show the financial costs of the drug that you're assigned. So like daily costs, costs if you're arrested, cost of an auto accident, costs if you're transported to the hospital, other costs money-wise related to this, the drug that you're assigned. Your third choice would be to do a screenplay. You need to do both a written version and an acted out version, displaying the use of refusal skills. It needs to be 3 to 10 minutes in length. It can be turned in via YouTube, or you can perform it live action here in front of the class. The fourth project is a musical creation. Create a slideshow or a video using a minimum of 5 song selections that have been written about the use of drugs. In the video or slideshow, you are to include a visual display of the lyrics, what the song is saying or why the song was written, the artist and their biography, and also have a portion of each song embedded in the slideshow or video. The fifth project is called a naturalistic version. Students are to create a slideshow or video explaining the natural side of this drug. like how's it made or how's it grown? How do you go about harvesting it? Is it similar to any other plants that we know we're familiar with? What countries or areas does it come from? And why is that area or region the best place for growing it, or the best place for the production of it? So it's kind of looking at the drug that you're assigned from just a different approach. So you have a choice of 5 projects. One is the slideshow, examining 6 characteristics of the drug, money and the costs involved in, I guess, using this drug, having this drug available. The third choice is a screenplay. The fourth is a music connected to drug use. And the fifth, a naturalistic, the growing and production part of the drug. So what I'd like you to do now is turn to the desk partner next to you and tell them which one of these projects sounds the most fun for you to do, most interesting, and have them share theirs. And just real quick here, 60 seconds, ready? Here we go. All right, that's great. All right, now I'll take a look up here. I want you to turn to page 77 again in your ISN and write down the title of the project that you're thinking that you're going to do. Don't put your notebooks away. I want you to show me this on your way out the door, and I'll stamp it as your ticket out the door. Now, just to let you know here, coming up in the days ahead, we're going to be spending for sure one day next week here in class working on the project, a chance to kind of get started, think about questions, time for me to just set aside to answer your questions and help you get going on this. But remember, it is due 10 days from now. And otherwise here in class, tomorrow we're going to watch another video. I'm going to keep sharing some information with you about some of these drugs to complement what you're going to be working on at home and learning yourself about these different drugs.
All students will have an opportunity to use technology on this drug project. They have tablets that they'll be using, turning things in with Google Docs to create the project. They might be using an app like iMovie or Pinnacle, perhaps doing a slideshow with one of the different apps that allow you to do that. They most likely will be using a camera, video, and using the internet definitely for some of their research that they're doing. So, and I, as a teacher, will be using a computer, projector, tablet, the internet, I'm sure, as ways to help supplement what they're doing and help them to understand their project better. So, I like the idea that some of my students don't have technology, don't have exposure to technology. So this assignment then allows them to work in a group with somebody who does have a lot of experience, and hopefully will help bridge that gap between no technology and beginning to use technology also. So I think this project affords an opportunity to use technology by students who have never used it before, and yet allow students who are familiar with it to perhaps like show off their skills and do more with it.